Let's start by giving our praises to the Most High, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, which in Hebrew is the Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles by the Holy Spirit, who taught us His truth. Honors to the brothers, making their bodies a living sacrifice to push the gospel. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, which would be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians who make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel, according to scripture and according to prophecy. But the hopeful elect would be 1/3 of the Israelites that would turn back to the Most High during the last days to receive salvation, while the 2/3 of Israel who don't turn back to the Most High be destroyed in judgment. We back with another lesson through the mercy of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I think this lesson is going to be titled, There Is No Future. What do you have to look forward to? Yeah, there is no future. What do you have to look forward to? And we're going to be talking about the smart cities that Esau the white man is beginning to build up. So before we get going, I have a PDF here. And you know, at the start of the year, Los Angeles was on fire. Hollywood, a lot of those rich neighborhoods and communities completely burnt up. The worst fire in the history of Los Angeles. Just so happened, the information come out, they want to turn Los Angeles into a smart city. So that's the reason it burned down. No different than when Hawaii burned down. Hawaii is going to be a smart city. Not to mention they building all kind of underground bunkers there. But this is from a government website, City of Los Angeles, Smart LA 2028. Technology for a better Los Angeles. And the governor of Los Angeles was calling it Los Angeles 2.0. So that's the formula right now. Esau go in, burn the cities down, then he's going to start rebuilding them in the smart cities. Okay, the thing is, a lot of people get displaced from their homes. They lose everything they own. Some people die from the fire, maybe starvation, dehydration. People go missing. People go poor. People go completely homeless. So again, that's why the lesson is titled, There Is No Future Here. What do you people have to look forward to? And then as we look down at this PDF, is a well thought out, written out presentation on the benefit of technology in these smart cities. How technology make us smarter. What makes a smart city? It's going to be efficient, ethical, as they say, secure, technology, data, resources, as they say. But you see how long this PDF is. And the thing is, a list, some information came out from a guy me and my mom listened to. So they have a list of these major cities that they want to turn into smart cities. There's going to be a smart city in every state. So for example, cities like Colorado, oh, that's a state. Cities like Denver, San Antonio, Dallas, Seattle, Chicago, a lot of your major cities, they on the list to be burned down because Esau the white man want to turn them into smart cities. So you had Hawaii burned down, you had Los Angeles burned down. As of right now, you got the Carolinas burning down. As a matter of fact, let's start with that next video. Yeah, Carolina is on fire. Now I don't know if it's North or South Carolina, but just check this video out.
This is Dabu 7. I want to share with you here some footage and some information connected to Myrtle Beach, as right now they have declared a state of emergency as they continue to fight this massive fire that you see right here, one of which we don't have an exact cause of how it started. Here is another angle.
Okay. So, we got one of the structures in danger at this time. We got a pan line, lit fire, and jet gun ready.
And a daytime clip here showing them fighting this blaze as it spreads. It should also be known that there is this plan that has been launched by Myrtle Beach to become a smart city.
So yeah, LA burned to be turned into a smart city. The Carolinas is on fire now to be turned into a smart city.
This is rolled out in September of 2024. It's over here on the Smart Cities World Initiative page, where you guys can check all this out, the information connected to it showing that there is a plan in motion to change up this entire city. Also got a clip here of them blasting this in the news, kind of telegraphing what is to come from Myrtle Beach, talking about changing it into Meta Beach.
Plans to turn Myrtle Beach into Meta Beach. It's all part of making the city a smart city using new advanced technology. Our Ali Espinosa joins us live from downtown Myrtle Beach tonight, and Ali, city staff are actually calling this the fourth industrial revolution. Talk about the ultimate upgrade. So what does that mean for us here in Myrtle Beach?
Rachel, the overall goal is to improve our quality of life here in Myrtle Beach, and city staff say they're working to do that through new technology, and it's all starting right here in downtown Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle
Beach. It's the second fastest growing city in the entire country. From its 60-mile beach to hosting one of the biggest country music festivals, Myrtle Beach is no doubt an area that has a lot to offer, and plans to bring it to the next level are ahead.
What we're looking to do, or what we're trying to do here, is create an urban environment where technology can help us improve our experiences, whether it's the services you receive from your local government, the experiences you have as a tourist in our town or a visitor in our town, but also, how we conduct business with our businesses.
Myrtle Beach Chief Innovation Officer Howard Waldy IV says he's been working to make Myrtle Beach a smart city since March of 2022. They're teaming up with Jennifer Hotai, co-founder of Osverse and Grand Strand Web3 Guild. Their teams are wanting to make the city more advanced to improve the quality of life for you and your family and any Myrtle Beach visitors.
So that's where the lie, we gonna pick at that. So they said they want to improve the quality of life for the residents of Myrtle Beach and its visitors. So improving the quality of life, it sounds good, but they're not trying to improve the quality of life for you 350 something million Americans. So keep in mind, they're not trying to improve the quality of life for each and every individual American. So keep that in mind. They want to turn Myrtle Beach into Meta Beach. But let's get this next video. And it's pretty much a practice run of a 15-minute smart city that they're building up. It's going to be like a real life laboratory. They're going to see how people like this smart city and see improvements and changes, they could work on before they make them worldwide. So let's check out this video.
Look inside a new world. Toyota is expanding its horizon beyond vehicles and working to change the way we move with everything we do. Welcome to the Woven City. At CES here in Las Vegas, we're getting a virtual walkthrough of Woven City, allowing us to experience this future era of mobility. The philosophy of this new world changes everything about the way that we spend our time in our day-to-day lives, from transportation, the way we shop, how we communicate, and the energy we use.
CES, and especially this CES, is a perfect opportunity for us to give more transparency to what's going on in Woven City and how we're going to use it as this test course for mobility. So we're inviting inventors into the city, either individual entrepreneurs or academics or other companies that we can collaborate with and work together to create these new ideas. And how do we leverage the best of everything and everybody to collaborate to create something even better?
More than 5,500 miles from Las Vegas in Japan, this world is coming to life. Real people will use this city as a living laboratory. The residents and visitors will be growing the technology and making it safer and more effective for when it eventually enters the real world on a much grander scale. Toyota's goal is to offer people more time with their loved ones and less time with unnecessary travel.
You're talking about everything from automated vehicles to eVTOLs, to fly around, but also various types of robotics. Obviously in Japan in particular, there's an aging population, as there is in many countries. Ways to allow people to age gracefully and remain independent.
The first group of people will start to move in the first quarter of this year, by Toyota employees and Toyota Motor Corporation employees and other Toyota Group organizations. Will be 100 people to start with, and over time will grow to around 2,000 people eventually.
It's about opportunity to only move people.
Okay, so again, they claim that these smart cities are going to improve the quality of life for you people. But again, they don't mean every single 350 plus million Americans. There's a catch to it. This improved quality of life, this smart city, the layout, the rough draft of it, it looks beautiful. But knowing Esau Edom to be the wicked and how he operate, there's got to be a catch to this. They can't possibly have 350 plus million Americans living in these beautiful smart cities. It just can't be. I mean, ain't they out of money? Ain't they $36 trillion in debt? So what's the catch? Well, we gonna start here. I got a picture of the map of Texas. This is the first catch. So when you look at this map, you got your big cities: Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas. And as you zoom in, you got your smaller cities: Temple, Texas, Killeen, College Station, Tyler, and everything in between. People live there. People live in the major cities, the medium-sized cities, and everywhere in between. So what Esau the white man wants to do is he wants to take the entire U.S. population and stuff them in these smart cities. So again, the people around Tyler, Texas, College Station, Temple, they're going to be forced to live in Dallas when that's converted to a smart city, or San Antonio when it's converted into a smart city. People living in between, in the hills, in the suburbs, in the mountains, in the country, it's going to be no more. They want everybody confined to these smart cities. Why? Because first, it's about control, tracking. That's what it's about. It's about control. So they're going to force everybody into these smart cities. So they're going to burn down these cities, then rebuild them. And they have executive orders of how they can legally move you out of your residence and force you to a smart city. But again, the U.S. population is 350 plus million. So how could they possibly relocate 350 million Americans and place them in the smart cities? Well, that's the catch. The majority of the United States population is going to be wiped out in Esau's New World Order. That's why they want to build up the smart cities by burning the cities down. That'll help eliminate the people. And as they burn these cities, Like, for example, when they burned down Los Angeles, all of those people went to the other cities. Esau gonna burn down another city, then the people that's stuck in them cities go somewhere else. So pretty much people gonna start um, running out of places where they can live to the point they can only live in a smart city. But again, Esau has a depopulation agenda. The Georgia Guidestones said they want the Earth's population reduced from 8 billion to half a billion. That's 500 million. America's population alone is 350 million. So they want to cut the US population probably 340 something million. And then the few million people that's left in America will be confined to the smart cities. That's how they're going to take the entire US population, or the few million that's left of it, and confine them to a smart city. That's why 2nd Esdras 16 and 18, it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. We in that time. Everybody on the internet crying out, mourning for one thing or another. If it ain't prices, the prices of food, bills, losing a job, the executive orders being signed, everybody being sick, people mourning for one reason or another. This is the beginning of sorrows. It says the beginning of famine, all the food shortages, all of the food recalls, and great death. So this is the time that we're approaching. And see, it's great death in the earth every day. Because again, people die every day. That's normal. That's part of life. But this is great death. The point which the death rate exceeds the birth rate. So you got more people dying than people being born. That's what's coming to the earth. And when you have more people dying than people being born, the population starts to decrease. It says, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? What are those evils? Let's keep going. Behold, famine and plague. So it's going to be a great famine and all kind of plagues, pestilences, pandemics, quademics. You see the measles outbreak right now. You see the so-called bird flu. No telling what's next. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish. Tribulation is just a hard time. Anguish goes into suffering. You see all of the cities being burned down. You see the weather that Esau is trying to manipulate to clean out these cities. So behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So this is ultimately the Most High bringing judgment to the earth. But Esau want to take advantage of the judgment that's coming to the earth and use it to eliminate the population. Because he only wants a few million people alive that he can control. So yeah, that's the catch. So when they said they wouldn't improve the quality of life for the American people in these smart cities, they weren't talking about each and every individual American. They weren't talking about the 350 million plus Americans. No, they wouldn't improve the quality of life only for a few. For the few Americans that be left after they eliminate most of the Earth's population. So to improve quality of life, they only want to do that for the few million people that be left in America. So, which tells you they got plans on eliminating most of us. 90-something% of the population in America, they want to wipe it out. So, and we're going to also go here. This is the book of Matthew 24, 21 and 22. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. So it's going to be a time of trouble, a time of death in the earth that the earth has never seen. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. So had not the Lord sped up the days to his return, all life on earth would be just about eliminated. Because Esau got a depopulation agenda. And you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, there's no room for y'all in Esau's New World Order. We know he got a depopulation agenda. We know that he only wants a few million people left in each country. But you so-called blacks, Mexicans, and Indians, he want to completely exterminate us from the face of the earth. That's what the scripture said, that no flesh would be saved. No Israelites would be saved. Because this is the time of our salvation. Okay, so we know the catch to the smart cities. Yeah, they look nice, they look beautiful. Sounds like a great idea. They talk about improved quality of life. Everything is up to date. It's efficient. Everything's going to be more convenient. That's the catch. This convenience is only meant for a few people, which they want to exterminate the rest. So for the people who do make it to the smart cities, they not exterminated. They make it to the New World Order. Okay, so what is it going to look like once you make it to a smart city? You know, you made it. For you Americans that love it here, that want to stay here and build a future here. What does it look like in Esau's New World Order? So we got a couple videos I'm going to get, which I'm going to start with this one. And some people may be asking the question, well, how are they going to force us in these smart cities? Well, we told you they're going to burn down these cities. But check out this executive order.
According to the World Economic Forum website, as of May 2023, 36 countries worldwide will have smart city governance initiatives, surveillance monitoring, analysis reporting technology. You'll have a digital ID that will track in real time your shopping, your entertainment, your activities, and your carbon footprint.
So yeah, she said surveillance, monitoring, tracking your spending, your location, your carbon footprint, energy usage, waste. So once you in there, it's all about control. You're going to be heavily monitored. There's going to be a strict society. But let's continue. How they going to get y'all in these smart cities?
Also have a 15-minute travel limit without a permit. A permit to travel.
Yeah, a 15-minute travel limit. Meaning the farthest you can travel away from your house is a 15-minute walk or a 15-minute drive. So a travel permit. But let's continue.
Permit to travel. And if you exceed any of these things, you'll be denied access to daily activities.
So yeah, you travel outside of the smart city limits, now you deny access. You deny access to the grocery store. You deny access to your job. They lock you out of your home. You lose access to public transportation. You lose access to the conveniences in the smart city. Now, one may say, well, how are you going to lose access to all of that stuff? How can they really track and monitor each and everything you do? We going to get there, but just to put it out there right now, they're going to microchip the people. And the people are going to need to be microchipped to operate and to make use of these smart cities. Let's take it back and listen again.
To travel. And if you exceed any of these things, you'll be denied access to daily activities. Bars Governing Agenda 2030 land development allows the government to seize polluted land and move their residents to these smart cities.
So yeah, the government has the power to remove you from your home if they decide that the land is polluted, and they can place you in these smart cities. Now, why would your land be polluted? Well, for example, let's say they burnt down your city. Your city ain't nothing but ashes. Now they say, well, your city is uninhabitable. So you need to move to a habitable city, a smart city. That's how they gonna get you American people in these smart cities. They pretty much gonna force you there by burning the cities around you. But take this back and let's listen again.
Bars Governing Agenda 2030 land development allows the government to seize polluted land and move their residents to these smart cities. If you're living somewhere where your land and water is poisoned, you don't get an option to opt out. Where has land and water been poisoned recently?
Now, this video is a few years old, but it's still relevant today because what land and water is being poisoned recently? Well, Hawaii, Los Angeles, now the Carolinas, through the cities being burned down. But now we see how they're going to move you into these smart cities. And we see the limitations that's going to be placed on you people in these smart cities. Now, let's look at an example of a smart city and let's show how heavily monitored and controlled it's going to be. Now, this is an example of a 15-minute city in China, which your world leaders, Klaus Schwab, they want to use what China doing as a model for here in America. So check this out. This is what you people got to look forward to. Barbed wire fencing closing in the 15-minute city.
像不像军事化管理？现在买个菜，原来是。
不用疑惑，我来给你们解答这个问题。我现在在外面，然后我进去就正常刷脸就可以。
验证通过。
Hey, that's how you get into the smart city. Facial recognition. That's where your grocery store is going to be, your gyms.
以前哪敢呢？
And it's going to be heavily guarded.
快跑！看，这是另一个闸机。
验证通过。
我又出去了，这回是了吧？真的能出来。
先过来上个公厕，再可以人脸识别扫码。
You see that?
请正式服务。
直接出资。
You see that?
先出门上厕。
Public restrooms in China require a face scan in exchange for toilet paper. So use of public restroom is going to need a face scan, a palm reading. For toilet paper, face scan. Wash your hands, face scan. You want to go into the grocery store, face scan. Or you got to wave the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast that's going to be placed in the right hand. It's going to be a digital wallet, digital identification. You want to pay, you got to wave your hand, where it's going to have a microchip. You want to go work out at the gym, face scan. You got to wave your hand, where it's going to have a microchip. So yeah, these smart cities are going to be extremely convenient. Quality of life will be improved, but look at the cost. Literally no freedom. Everything is heavily controlled and monitored.
直接出纸。现在出门上厕所都不用带纸了，真方便。
You pay with your face. It speaks about you will automatically be deducted from your digital wallet. And what's the mark of the beast? The RFID microchip that goes in the right hand, which will be your digital wallet, digital identification. So right now, the smart cities that's in use or in development, they will start off with facial recognition, possibly. At least they are in China. But we know the end goal is for them to microchip the entire Earth's population or what's left of it. And will prove that you're not going to pay with your face because your face can change. For example, you get in an accident and your face is disfigured. Or let's say you get a gender reassignment surgery in which your feminine facial features turn into masculine facial features. Or if a man want to become a woman, now your face is different. Now you're not recognized in the system. So that's why the end goal is the RFID microchip is going to be placed in the hand. Because no matter what changes happen to your body, no matter what surgeries you put yourself to, no matter how you alter yourself, that microchip is going to remain the same. That's why the RFID microchip is the end goal. So let's get a little bit more of this video. And this is coming to America. This is what you got to look forward to. Every grocery store, every aisle, every item is going to be locked behind thick glass doors, and we got a video to show it. That video just might be next. Look at that. Nobody's around. You're going to be a slave.
Are a good idea. Let's take a little deeper look on what the Canada infrastructure was. Click on one of them just as an example.
So that's that. We're going to get to this next video. So check this out. And you see the heading. No chip, no food, no mark, no life. What's the chip? This right here. What's the mark? This right here. Hey, this is in the scriptures. No mark, no life, no food. We're going to show it.
Somebody enlighten me on what's going on here. In Walgreens, there are these coolers, and this is where our drinks used to, we could just open it up and grab. Now it's kind of like all cartooned all the way down. So if you look here, then I'm looking here, and there's a sensor there and a sensor there. It says, wave your hand.
See that? It said wave your hand. It didn't say scan your face. Wave your hand. Why? Because that microchip is going to be in it. So to have access and to make use to the privileges in these smart cities, what's going to plug you in is the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. That's why it's this push for everything going digital.
Assistant coming soon. Okay? Pretty soon these doors aren't going to be opening.
And what's that voice assistant? Artificial intelligence. You ain't got the mark in your hand. You ain't recognized by the system. They're going to tell you to step aside. And these doors not going to open. These are thick metal and glass doors.
Soon. Okay? Pretty soon these doors aren't going to be opening. Really thick, actually. But this is where the food is. So what do you think this means for us as people of the United States of America? What does it mean?
What does it mean? This is the future. You people love it here so much. This is what you got to look forward to.
Wave your hand. Look at that. Why would that be on the door just to get drinks?
So yeah, that's what's coming. And what the video say, no mark, no food, no life. Let's see what the scriptures say. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand. What's that mark in the right hand? The RFID microchip, which will be a digital wallet, digital ID, and your own little personal tracker so they can monitor you at all times to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which really both, because Elon Musk want to put brain chips in everybody to connect you to AI. They say it's going to make you smarter and able to keep up with AI, but really they're going to be able to read your mind, read your thoughts, and eventually program your thoughts. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So yeah, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. And what was in that video? What did this show? That you won't be able to buy or sell, that you got the mark. You can't buy food, you can't buy water. You can't pay your rent, you can't pay for gas. You can't pay for diapers for your baby. You can't pay for your baby's prescription because it's sick. So yeah, no mark, no life. You want to go to the gym, you want health coverage, you want health insurance, you're going to need that mark. You want to travel and walk through the city, you're going to need the mark. Because what happens if you get caught in a smart city without the mark? You're going to be eliminated. We're going to show that in the scriptures. Now, I want to show a little picture. Now, this is a very brief, a very simplified version of a smart city on paper. So 5G, 6G internet, that's going to connect everything. You got your data, transfer, storage. What's going to happen behind the scenes over here to the right? To the left, this is your smart city. So all modes of transportation, boats, cars, airplanes, going to be microchipped and tracked. Cellular devices, iPads, laptops, it's going to be microchipped and tracked. Even the people going to be microchipped. And everything is going to bing off these 5G, 6G towers. Everything is going to be connected through 5G, 6G Wi-Fi. Homes, businesses, gyms. Then what do we got down here? Radio frequency identification. That's the RFID chip. All modes of transportation, gas, fingerprint identification, palm scans, facial recognition. This is a simplified version of a smart city on paper. And then Elon Musk got the Neuralink, he got the Starlink satellites. The Starlink satellites is pretty much internet towers and Wi-Fi towers in the form of a satellite, meaning it's in the atmosphere to help track and monitor everybody and everything at all times. Now, the lady said the reason it's called a 15-minute city because everything you could need, a grocery store, a school, a gym, a doctor, a place to walk or ride your bike, all of that is going to be within 15 minutes from your home. A 15-minute walk, some things will be a 15-minute car ride. You won't need to go beyond that. And she say, if you get caught going outside of that 15-minute limit, you start to get denied access to the things in a smart city. So yeah, there's no more road trips. You want to drive across the country. You want to drive out of state. You saw the white man gonna say, for what? Everything you could want and need is in a smart city. So again, no more road trips, no more going out the country, no more going to Disneyland. The smart city gonna have their own amusement park. No more going to Las Vegas. The smart city gonna have a strip of casinos, bars, whatever, etc. You want to go visit family in another city or another state. It's going to probably require some kind of special permission. That's if your friends and family are even still alive at this point. Because this new world order, these 15-minute smart cities, is not created for the benefit of the hundreds of millions of Americans in the country now. Smart cities are going to be created for the few million people they leave alive. So again, there's nothing to look forward to. There is no future here. So pretty much this new world order, these 15-minute smart cities, this is a life not worth living. You were better off being dead at this point. And that's the understanding we should have, being in the truth, that what Esau want to bring to the earth, we better off dying. Because this ain't no kind of way to live. Now, we're going to show that the people who don't get the RFID microchip, who get caught in a smart city without the RFID microchip, they're going to be killed. Revelation 24, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded, had your head cut off, for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High. That's what be this truth. Which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their right hands. So John is seeing the vision of the people that were beheaded, decapitated, had their head cut off for refusing the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip in the right hand and the various brain chips. But it said what? They lived and reigned with Mashiach 1,000 years. So ultimately, the elect who died for the sake of the gospel, they gonna come back to life in a new body and be on top in the kingdom of heaven. That's the top of it. But pretty much, people who refuse his mark gonna be beheaded. So again, what's the future? What future is there here? There's nothing worth living for at this point. They want to burn down the cities one by one. So all you people gonna go homeless, be miserable, no food, no water, nowhere to go, homeless, miserable. And then beyond that, they want to exterminate 90-something% of the Earth's population. Those who Esau deems worthy to live in his new world order, you got to be microchipped. And then the city is going to be super limited and super monitored. Your privileges, rights can be taken from you with the push of a button. This is not going to be a life worth living. And we're going to get this. Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their forefathers. So what? Prepare slaughter for Esau, Edom, the white man, which is the wicked, for the sins of their forefathers, the slave masters, Christopher Columbus, George Washington, the conquistadors, the colonizers. They got to pay for the sins of their fathers. So again, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. But hold up, Esau done already filled the world with cities. This is talking about them smart cities. so that they don't fill the face of the world with smart cities. Because the smart city initiative is not just an American thing; it's a global thing. For example, Palestine. I think what they call the Gaza Strip, West Bank. Why do you think Israel and America is blowing up the land of Palestine? Come to find out, they want to turn Palestine into a smart city. So they bombed it to hell and back to get them people out of the land so they can rebuild it as a smart city. That's why the world said, that's why the Lord said, prepare slaughter for Esau, Edom, so they don't fill the face of the world with smart cities. And for people who not convinced, but they want to take their chances and continue to live in America, continue to live under Esau, Edom, the white man, which you can only do by receiving an RFID microchip. This is your penalty. This is what you got to look forward to. The Revelation 14:9. The third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So you can get the full judgment, not watered down at all. No mercy. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. What's that fire and brimstone? That's the nuclear fire. Because Esau will get close to getting his new world order off the ground. But there's a particular day the Lord is going to rain nuclear missiles on this place and pretty much everywhere else he built smart cities. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night. Who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So receiving the mark, you're going to be in that nuclear fire. There's a saying in the world, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You damned if you take the mark of the beast, because you're going to be in that nuclear fire, and you damned if you don't take it, because you're going to be beheaded for refusing the mark of the beast. But refusing the mark of the beast, that's how some of the elect will receive their salvation. So you damned if you do, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Well, not for the elect. See, yeah, because for the elect, not receiving the mark of the beast, there's a reward that comes behind it. The Lord said, fear none of those things. Let's go there. Revelation 2:10. So we know they got to exterminate the earth to bring about these smart cities, and they got to microchip the people who's going to be living there. They're going to kill people who refuse it. But that's what the Lord said, for none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. That's the FEMA death camps. They're going to be in there exterminating folks. That ye may be tried, ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, I will give thee a crown of life. So, remain faithful to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Say no to the chip, no matter what comes your way. The Lord said, be faithful unto death, you get that crown of life. What's that? Eternal life. Which is a gift only for the nation of Israel, but first for the elect. So again, there is no future here. What do you Americans have to look forward to? Smart cities, being microchipped, being monitored. Only can use a certain amount of toilet paper in a public restroom. Gotta pay for everything by waving your hand. Everything is locked. You limited. You can't travel. You can't explore. Yeah, this life is not worth living. And pretty much what Esau is bringing to the earth, this smart city initiative, you're better off being dead, which mass death is coming, because the bridge from America as it is now to the smart city America, they gotta burn down a lot of cities and exterminate a lot of people. So people think they got 5-year career plans. They starting a savings account to send their children to college in the next 5 to 10 years. Esau about to ruin all of y'all plans. But though, wouldn't that was informative, edifying. Till next time, Shalom.